Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is a video about the upcoming 4X game Humankind by Amplitude Studios and Sega. It is to be released on the 17th of August, so if you want to get your pre-release bonuses, go over to Epic Game Store or Steam or whatever platform you enjoy and try to get it now. So, this video is about the question that seems to be on everybody's mind. How does this game compare to the great classic 4X game series Civilization? Moreover, that is an interesting question because as part of the development of Humankind was based on the community feedback on the latest iteration of the Civilization series, Civ 6. So let me be your guide to tell you what I think are the great differences between the two franchises, so that you can make a better decision on whether you want to buy it or not. Spoiler alert, I would say a definite yes if you like strategy games. Now, the in-game footage that accompanies this video comes from the closed beta that I was in back in June. Unfortunately, my humble little channel, however, is not big enough to have a press release built, so bear in mind that things that you might be seeing on the screen may differ a little bit from what you will have in the end game. Having said that, that also means I'm not sponsored, so all that you hear in this video is the honest and humble opinion of this little channel. So, having said that, let's dive right in. The big thing of both games is the progress of mankind through the ages and developing your culture, religion, science and, well, ways to kill each other. However, in Civilization you choose one culture at the start of the game. Well, and that's it. Basically, you better hope that you made the right choice because you're stuck with it, buddy. Not so in Humankind. There are a total of 60 cultures to choose from, giving you a certain allotment per age. And as you progress through the game and you come into a new age, you can decide to stick with your culture, improving the bonuses that your current culture gives you, or choosing a new one, gaining new benefits while retaining some of the old culture benefits. In short, your culture develops. And having 60 of these cultures that so can be mixed, that means about 1 million combinations. Hey, you want replayability? There you have it. Then there is the difference in combat. In the Civilization series you either bumped with your massive doom stack into the square you wanted to attack. Oh, okay, I know that's old school, but still, hold on, there's a point to this. Or direct your fire of your units to specific targets. But there aren't really great battles with multiple units at the same time fighting one another. And isn't that way more intriguing? Well, if you say yes, then good on you, because like their previous titles of Amplitude Studios, Humankind does provide that. Though, unlike in Age of Legends, should you be familiar with it, the map is a bit more clear now on where things are fought, not over different provinces or what have you not. No, where you attack, that's the region in which the battle will take place. Moreover, reinforcements do not appear at random as in Age of Legends, where you just have to hope that your beefy hero comes in quick on the battlefield and not your weak-ass unit that you're training as a healer. Moreover, in this Grand Army combat, you might think, oh wait, hold on, but that's gonna be very difficult and it also became a clusterfuck in Endless Legend. But there is no more need to give all the orders at the beginning of a combat round, smoothing out all those issues that were in Endless Legend. No, you have way more control now during the battlefield by having both sides move after one another and allowing for individual movement of each unit and even partial movements. The combat is made even more manageable outside of that is that they have a fixed amount of units on the battlefield, having a 3 combat rounds maximum per turn in game. And yes, that does mean that your combat can last several in-game turns, allowing you for multiple turns of reinforcements that can save the day. Altogether, this allows for greater strategic insights than Civilization and, well, other than of course making sure that your artillery stands on top of the hill rather than behind it. It's a classic example that of course nobody ever erred in. Then there's the way the game handles civics. Civilization has a wonderful allotment of civics that can be unlocked, but without a mod, it's really sometimes hard to see and to figure out what actually bonuses you get from picking one. Humankind handles this very differently, with posing questions to you on which you can answer one of two ways. For instance, are we an open society to people of other religions? When you're answering yes or no, a bar slides on a relevant axis. In this case, are you a religious focused society or a scientific focused society? And based on the position of that slider, which you can look at ahead of time, you can gain certain bonuses. Do note that some civics also have static bonuses that are not based on this slider. That makes it way easier to pick something. And all of these civics are unlocked by using influence. And influence, interestingly enough, is also used to expand your empire, to grab new regions that belong to your civilization's borders. So there's an interesting choice between going tall with a lot of civics and bonuses, or going very wide with your empire, while reducing, all in all, the micromanagement aspect of it. I can imagine some Civ veterans, however, feeling a little bit let down here though, because there is less of a, in my opinion, huzzah feeling when you unlock a certain powerful civic, like for instance retinues. And there's no chance it's showing off your skill by accidentally micromanaging everything so that everything falls perfectly right into place. It's wonderful if you can do it, but I can imagine that for new players it's a little bit off-putting if that becomes a requirement in order to play the game. So, does that mean that Humankind is flawless? Nah, I'm not going to say that having played the closed beta. Now, things may have changed, but beelining, for instance, towards a certain tech is much easier in the closed beta version of Humankind than it is in Civilization. And being able to do that can lead to some very unbalanced situations, which, on the other hand, you may or may not enjoy, of course. Furthermore, in the closed beta, I found that a lot of interaction between other civs is focused towards war. War support is built up for civilizations if others do something that he dislikes. For instance, influencing their people by their culture or repressing their religion, for example. I found that the AI is very eager to pressure war as these issues tend to build up. And although you can try to ease the situation by letting go of your slights, that, in the beta at least, did barely anything good to calm the situation. The only time I ever saw the AI back down from me was when I was truly way more powerful and they really didn't stand a chance. I hope that the AI was a little bit improved in the final release, and it might be. Well, I said, I don't have a press release. But it might very well be that it was so, though, because they did say that in the beta they sped everything up. Moreover, my playstyle is one that, well, I want that. And I'm not gonna back down, so maybe I'm pushing too many buttons. Last, but certainly not least for everybody else, Amplitude Studios has asked some great names of Twitch to be some of the faces and modeled AIs that are in game. And that is very cool when you see your favorite Twitch streamer or YouTuber and you can fight them and fighting their strategies. I find it enjoyable, but I also found their voice lines kinda lackluster. Moreover, the art style, which works in my opinion very well for the map, a sort of volume aged paper type of look, looks a bit cartoonish on the characters, and personally I loved meeting people in Civ 6 and seeing all their characters and wonderful 3D models. And I think Civ 6 looks in general are slightly superior in some fields to Humankind. So to summarize my entire feeling on Humankind versus Civ 6, I think Humankind is mechanically improved Civilization to me. And I hope that with new expansions, as they did for instance Endless Legend, things will be added, new mechanics that I think are now lacking in the game if you certainly compare it to Civilization. Like for example, Humankind's impact on the environment. I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.